Well, hey, good morning, guys. Work in progress, trying to get everything put that back together. But this is Coffee Talk on Sunday, not the 20th, Sunday the 5th. The 5th of December, coming at you from the left side of the Atlantic is Guido.
And on the correct side of the Atlantic is Pilgrim with his new Guido Christmas mug. Buy one today.
Buy one today. It's not new.
It's the Christmas one.
We have Christmas lights, though. See the lights?
I see the lights, yeah.
See the light.
Sat on and a beard.
Yeah, I see RNG sitting back there chillaxing.
Mm-hmm.
He says no. Hey,
yeah, and that's the only Christmas you're going to get in this room.
That's
mate,
it.
I tell you, bar humbug. That's it.
No way, man. Christmas is here. This is going to be awesome. Let me know how the relative volumes are, guys, because we're still trying to sort all this stuff out. But I think we got it doped out. I hope.
Yeah, but take no notice of the croaky throat. You've still got the old.
You do, yeah. You're still feeling a little under the weather, are you?
Still, well, it's just a croaky throat. It's like a bit of a. You know, that's
it.
That,
I have to say that last part sounded a little bit like a fart.
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, I do that when I
Did
cough.
you do?
Because I'm at an age that you do that, innit? You know what I mean? When you get to my age, you're like, oh, sorry.
All right, I can increase Pilgrim. He was all maxed out earlier, so let me know if that's good there. Let's see. We got Stickler, Gator, some Pilgrim guy, Wayne, Randall, Sparky, poor old Sod, Sutek, and Odd Dog. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. Like I said, December 5th, and Holiday Ops is off and running, my friends. Off and running. Channel news. What do we got? Donations. We have currently $140 donated to give away. I will be doing a video. I think I've got my video creation stuff all put back together. So there's a couple videos I had ready for, I think, Monday and Tuesday, but somewhere midweek or so, we'll go ahead and chuck a video out. And I'll describe what we're looking for there. But the general idea for you guys is that we're looking for some tankers that are worthy, that are maybe having a hard time or don't have the means, all that kind of good stuff. Somebody who deserves, in other words, to get some biddies. And some of that will be tied into what I'm planning on boxes. So a lot of that will be tied into what the box situation is. And right now, I don't really know what that is. That being said, I think Pilgrim and I have come to the conclusion that we think maybe December 8th.
Seems that way, doesn't it? Because as you said, last year was December the 9th,
right.
Wednesday. So Wednesday seems to be the day as opposed to the date.
So we'll see. We'll see if that's true. Last year it was the 9th of December, which was a Wednesday. This year it's the 8th, which is a Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. So there's a little bit of, I don't know, Omicron. There's a little bit of doubt still. A little bit of noise in that plan. We'll see what happens. Yeah, money. But 140, so thank you to the guys. There's 3 of you who have donated. That's fantastic. Thank you very much on that. I'll be going to Fiji.
Yeah. Not Hawaii.
I don't even know where Fiji is. Where is that? Is that in the Polynesian Islands?
Yeah.
I think it's
no, it's not. Is it? Fiji is. It's over by the Australias, over that way, isn't it?
Yeah, Polynesian Islands.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you said the Maldives.
No, the Maldives. That's over in the Indian Ocean.
That's the one. East of Australia.
It's Maldives. It's not Maldives.
Well, you can call it what you like, but it's Maldives. Bloody bonnet.
That's what I was asking. I'm just trying to get. I'm not scoffing you. I just want to know what the truth is, my friend.
No, the truth is it's Maldives, but you can call it Maldives if you want, because you Americans say Cambridgeshire. We live in Cambridgeshire, not Cambridgeshire. Shire.
It's a bar in Pensacola.
Aluminum, tomato, potato.
Aluminium. It's a bar in Pensacola. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sutek, absolutely. He's stealing our thunder. Yes, Battle Pass ends.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
New computers up and running, my friends. So we've got the new rig specs are down on the channel in the little section that says My Rig, which is kind of funny if you think about it, but maybe not.
Oh, Old Dog wants our slippers.
Odd Dog, man. I didn't, actually. Let me see.
My Aussie accent. What are they? Tell you what mine are.
I can't because it's rubbed off.
All right. There you go. Whoops. There you go. There it is.
Hold on. I need the close-up binoculars. These are my long-range binoculars. What are yours?
Hotter. And there are other good shoe shops out there.
Sanic?
My accent does not need work. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. That's Birmingham.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. It's like Sank or something. Sank.
Oh dear. Oh dear. They are old people's shoes. They are. At least I'm down with the kids. Mine are
Sanuk. Sanuk. I found it, Odd Dog. S-A-N-U-K. Sanuk slippers. In fact, I'm looking at these bad boys right now. All right, so on today's Coffee Talk, Old Man Slipper Talk.
Slippers. And you're trying to make out that they were a gift, that you didn't actually go out and buy them yourself. You're trying to make that.
They were a gift, absolutely.
My wife. They were a gift.
My wife bought them.
Oh, likely story.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, you need some Guido ones. You need Guido slippers on your merch.
Sanuk. Cozy vibes. It says it right there. There's cozy vibes.
They are.
This thing's going crazy.
Good for sitting on the porch, rocking chair, shotgun in hand.
That's their website.
My land.
That's their website right there, my friend. You will not be disappointed in these slippers.
I think now the thing is, do they keep your feet cool in that rather hot neck of the woods?
Yeah, I don't wear slippers in the summer. I wear sandals.
Right.
Yeah, I live in sandals probably 2/3 of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should gift some slippers. That's a genius idea.
That would be so
good. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I might give away a pair of Sanuk slippers.
Awesome. Well, if you're going to do that, I'll give away a pair of Hotters. Here you go. Where do them Hotters look? Them things.
Potters?
Don't mind all the dirt.
All right. Slipper talk.
Slipper talk. Number one, slipper talk.
We sort of slipped right into that.
Oh, behave. That's a dad joke in itself, that, isn't it?
Slip it right. All right. It's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. Ooh.
All right. 100 battle challenge. I think I'm on the 40 TP and the VK. Those will be my next two. About 80 battles in each of those. We're approaching 100 battles in the T22.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's something else.
That's pretty funny, man. Because every one of those has been a stream. Yes, I think I played maybe half a dozen off stream, like early on.
Oh, right.
But the vast majority of them have been a stream. So 75 streams.
Well, I tell you what that does. That cripples me. That does. When we tune up and you do that, I have to bring the Sheridan in, which is, it's like the Sheridan is like getting an ice pick and shoving it in your eyeball. It's horrible. Yeah. I don't survive 30 seconds.
Well, I just appreciate that you shared in the joy.
Yeah. Oh, if we're doing dad jokes, I've got a book here somewhere.
Slipping right in. We're shared in all the jokes today.
Terrible.
All right. Where were we? I have no idea.
100 battle challenge.
Did I tell you I have some nice slippers?
Yeah, you got some nice slippers. We could go back to slippers if you want.
We could.
Your channel, talk slippers all day.
Hey, how come we have two followers? All right. Next stream is tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. That's my next day off. In the morning at some point, and then you'll get a stack-up stream in the afternoon. Sunday the 19th, put it on your calendar. We are going to be involved in the 12 Days of Tanksmas with Watt NA, and I'll be streaming on this channel and their channel. They're gonna port me over to their channel, so that'll be cool. Should give me some more exposure. Very cool. We're gonna do that stuff. Sunday the 19th, and I believe it starts at 10. I think Central. I have to ask that question because every time Wargaming puts times in, they don't really. That concept is
it's
over
quite
here.
Nefarious concept, isn't it? Having time.
Yeah. But they live in Central.
What more do you want?
Yeah, they live in Central. So my assumption, and we all know what that does, is that it's Central.
Wait until we froze up at some point. Is it froze now?
Are we back? I see us doing quite well. Quite healthy. The stream is
I'm
healthy.
moving.
All right. Might be you, or it was minimal and we missed. Yes, the Advent count. You guys are just really... You guys are
They're
really
ahead of the game, aren't they?
Yeah,
Give us a chance, guys.
Randall, it's right. Mountain Time gets forgotten all the time. I have noted that. People like... They'll put a thing up and they'll go EST, CST, PST.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's a whole zone in between two of those that you never hear about.
I know. That's the problem. You see, you live in this this Doctor Who land of time zones, don't you?
Yeah.
In the States, you know.
Yeah.
You're like Doctor Who in the TARDIS, but you get in your Chevy and you drive from one side to the other, and it's the same time when you arrive as you left.
I don't own a Chevy anymore.
Do you not?
No, I had two. I don't own any.
I thought it was a passage of right. I thought it was like
I did
every
own
American
one.
has to own a Chevy.
I did. I had a Blazer.
Oh, right.
A full size Blazer, like a 96 or whatever.
Wow,
93, 96.
Cool.
I don't have. I have a Ford.
I mean, it's the only American car I know, so I just use that word, Chevy.
I have a Ford F-150 now.
Right, that's a Chinese car, isn't it? A Ford?
No,
Chinese.
It's made in Mexico, probably.
Yeah, I
think the trucks are made here.
Cool.
Somebody asked about the little icon with me. That's my face, actually. That was made by Damien and somebody else. I was streaming with them last Christmas. They took a still of my face and stuck it on the little... So that's Guido as Santa flying along.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, up there by the lights.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about, and I've just clicked, yeah.
That was, yeah.
That's an old picture now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah. Well, remember last Christmas I shaved the beard for the wife, so there are some pictures of me without it, unless you go into the Wayback Machine and go to the start of the channel.
Yeah.
Stickler, keep the beard. Thank you, man.
Right, if I stop to cough, you know why.
Okay. So we got the stack up, then the Days of Christmas. It's going to be 10 to 1 that Sunday on the 19th, guys. So basically we'll get done here and I'll take a quick break and then I'll jump over and stream and we'll play some games and give away some stuff. My plan is by the 19th we should well know what's going on. So hopefully Wargaming comes up with some giveaways too. Pilgrim and I were talking about that. So we've got the 140 for the worthy people who can use it. Brighten up their holiday season, and whatever else you guys chuck in there. If anything else comes in, that's great. If not, we'll go with the 140. In the past, Wargaming has given me boxes to give away. We'll see. I hope so. And then I will absolutely be giving away boxes as well. And then we'll do some opening stuff. And we'll have Pilgrim will be in on the fun on that as well. So thank you so much. I also need to remind me, I need to chuck some stuff at the guys who are doing some of the clan stuff. And that's that. That's that. Pilgrim also has 5,000 gold we'll give away in some way. Hey, Kedge, Bonzi, Sutek, who else? Cliffy showed up. Excellent. Welcome, everybody, and everyone else that I missed.
Kedge has just dropped in.
That's awesome. Hello, Kedge. Coaching available, Guido at 1212gaming.com. And never forget, Guido Grind is my invite code.
Oh, now you see, I got away with it for weeks on end, and now it's back in my brain. Oh, dear. Guido twerking. That's not good.
It's not Guido twerk.
It's the same.
There's a difference between twerking and grinding.
Oh, is there? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not up with it. I'm not dope, as the kids say.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure there's a difference.
Okay. You need to do the TikTok challenge.
No, I do not. I do not. Missions and specials.
Show me that.
'Tis the season.
It is.
Tis the season. That's the code,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's the code. 'Tis the season. T-54 Proto and a mission. Speaking of missions, my friends, we're actually going to jump over. Hopefully this works. Please tell me it worked. Seamless, just like that. We are now in the garage. What you need to know, and I know most of you do, but if you do not, remember to click on your missions for the Advent calendar. You can get that from this calendar here, at least right now until we get the Christmas garage, and it'll be somewhere else. And then over here on the bottom right, which is, you can't see it because I'm in the way, but just imagine this little button behind my noggin right here. It's like right there. Yeah. Click on mission accepted. So you can do it in the garage. You don't have to go to a website or anything goofy like that. Yesterday was 6 personal reserves, and 2 of them were the credit ones. So I recommend doing it. Sometimes it's not great. Today is, I don't know what, something. What was it today? It's like 65,000, 30,000 silver and 3,000 free experience. So there you go. Actually, that's combat experience. All right, so there you go. So you can drop 3,000 combat experience on something you're grinding, or your crew, or field mods, whatever, and 30,000 silver. So it's worth clicking. Let's put it that way. Would you
agree? Did I freeze, or did you freeze?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
What happened?
Everything just froze up. Was I still with you?
You seem to be. I didn't actually notice. I was just talking and talking.
You were just talking, weren't you?
I was just.
I was like.
I was just like blah 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 blah
blah blah. Yeah.
All right. So what froze, Wayne? Everything?
I was moving on my camera, but you were froze on the Discord, and the channel went into overdrive.
So I wonder if it's something I'm doing by moving my mouse around. All right, I'll try to watch for that. Let me know when you see it, because there may be something I'm doing on my screen that's causing it to freeze.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's a work in progress. You never know.
Cool. Bodie says he found a grinder shirt at a bike shop, so I guess it's a term they use. Street bikes modded off road. Problem with having the word grinder. It's a dating app. I don't know if you've got it in the States. This is a dating app over here.
They have it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
you can't have a shirt with grinder on, can you?
Yeah. And it's not really dating, is it?
Well,
it's a specific kind of date that it kind of prioritizes, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You know, the kind where you don't really need to buy the dinner necessarily.
Right, okay, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy the dinner.
You can forego
to buy dinner.
You can forego the preliminaries and just kind of go to the main event. That's my understanding anyway.
Oh dear. No, Kedge, no, I'm not getting you slippers, but Guido and I are going to give a pair of slippers away over Christmas. As a prize. Used, not brand new, used slippers.
And once again, that's a different kind of content, giving away your used clothes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
I don't know where I am. What day is it? Yeah, I think we need to do this. Who wants my used clothing?
Oh man, nobody. Pilgrim.
Nobody.
Not even you. All right.
Not even me. No.
Marathon ends today, right? Yes. No. I don't
know. I'm a little bit peeved because I don't think I'm very close to 50%. I'm not sure how many games I'm going to get in this afternoon to finish it off. So I'm a little bit peeved that I might miss out on it on the 50% because I won't buy it unless it's half price.
Let's actually jump over to. We're going to jump over to the shilling part because I kind of want to talk about this. Let me find if I can. Where is it? Oh, it didn't work. All right, let's. Still haven't broken that code. All right, there we go. So let's go to the premium shop because I wanted to talk about. So it ends today. How'd you guys do? Did everybody do all right, or what did everybody get to there? That being said, if I look at my discount right now, where's this thing? I am sitting at $45.52 with a 50% discount.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this one was more expensive than the rest.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to all the goodies. We have this discussion weekly, it seems like. 50% used to be a pretty good break point, but you're still at 45 for a tier 8 medium.
Yeah.
Yes, there's extra stuff chucked at you, but I really think 60 or 70 was where you started to see a deal on this one, and more like 70.
Yeah.
It used to be 50, so that I don't know why the increase. Maybe they chucked a few more of the rando goodies in there. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
It's a good question because there are. I mean, I'm looking at $50 plus. I think at the moment, if I was to buy it, and there are, there's large kits, there's stabilizers stuff, there's equipment. I mean, there is a whole package of stuff coming in. Some of it I wouldn't cost point myself. I wouldn't bother with stuff like crew experience, directives and all that sort of nonsense. I'm not really fucked with that.
Yeah.
So for me, the price is still too steep. At 40%, and like even at 50%, I guess that would knock it down to, for me, down £35. Just about within tolerance for me. So I don't know about the rest of the guys.
Yeah. Kedge says he usually gets 70, and that's always been a good deal.
Yeah.
He completed 8. Bonzi Duck. The grind gets longer, price gets higher. Yeah, I'm with you. Cliffy's getting to 50%. Still had a hard pass at the NO, man. That's kind of that's why I wanted to bring it up. It seems like we'll see. If they don't sell enough, maybe they back off of it. I don't really know why the price increase. It has to be the extra stuff that came with it. Again, I didn't price point all the stuff when I didn't assume it would be $90 to begin with. Usually it's what, 75-ish?
70 odd, yeah, 75-ish.
Something like that. So they've added $15 of stuff because remember recently they decreased the price of premiums.
Yeah.
And then the package got increased, so there must have been some extra crap that they thought was worthy of the move.
So this is the problem I guess they must have, is that they can price point the tank generally around about that sort of tier 8 premium tank price. But it's all the bolt-ons. Each individual player actually puts his own cost against that. What's that worth to the player? So it's pointless them throwing all this equipment on and directives, because for some people it's like, well, I wouldn't pay for that anyway, so I don't want it. So guess what? I'm not buying the tank.
They're kind of damned if they do and damned if they don't, though, because the marathon at each thing you get the goodies. Right? I got some free stuff along the way because stuff came at those various points, right? And you just get that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you won that by grinding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're actually buying less and less of it, and they're giving you a discount.
Yeah.
And I do understand what Sutek is saying. A lot of people don't hold in, as you were saying as well. A lot of people don't hold any value in some of that extra crap. So it's a bold move on their part to raise the price. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they must have it costed. You know what I mean? They'll know that it was a worthwhile thing. So
yeah. Bitwise makes a good point.
Yeah.
Bitwise makes a good point, and I mentioned that in my review of the thing. It's kind of weird that the line that it sort of fits in is the 30B and the 30 whatever.
Yeah.
And they've been pulled out and turned into collectors' vehicles. And it doesn't really fit them anyway, because I think the radio guy's in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
As I noted, it's just kind of weird. It's a good tank, it's a fun tank. It just, I don't know what the plan was.
Is it I mean, am I right in saying this? Is the French line the only one that puts the radio guy on the loader? Because I'm pretty sure I was looking through them yesterday. I was thinking, why is the radio skills and perks on the loaders?
I don't know.
I think it's only the French that does it.
Yeah, the radio
I can't remember
operators.
any of the crew.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the place, but generally it's the commander when you start losing crew members.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the reason they did it the way they did it is because the 3 crew tanks that you can still use this thing as a crew trainer for your 3 crew tanks. Just one guy isn't going to get any skills, and the radio operator is in the right place for that.
Right. Okay.
So it was one of these kind of have your cake and eat it too tweener decisions, and maybe at the end of the day they're thinking, well, whatever we do with the crew is going to change all that and fix it. You believe that or not, that's up to you, but
okie dokie.
Don't know. All right, let's get our shill on here.
Yeah.
Even 90, somebody mentioned it. The Even 90 is the Advent calendar. Remember to click your mission on that and get her done. It's not a bad deal at $23.92. It's a fun tank, guys. I mean, if you're a light tank guy, it really is a good little tank, and it plays like the Manticore and the small British tanks. It's just this little sneaky assassin that can get in nearly every bush that exists on the map.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
there you have it.
Well, it is, for me, it's quite a good counter for the wheel tanks. You know what I mean? Because it does carry a very high camouflage value, and you can also boost that right up. So it is a counter for the wheels. I don't think there's many light scouts now that can counter the wheel, but that certainly can, in my opinion, anyway. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. I like
as monkey. All right, it does have the best camo while moving. Well, all of the lights carry their same camo, so it may be. I haven't looked at it lately, whether it's that or the Manticore, but it probably is that because Wargaming prioritizes size. Isn't there 3 crew members in it supposedly?
In the ELC?
Yeah,
yeah, so,
yeah. And the that's the comedy of it, because I'm going to go back to the garage. The Manticore has 2.
Yeah.
Let's do this real quick. Go light tanks in French. What is the relative size? Are they actually that much different? Here's the ELC. Remember, guys, there's 3 dudes in this tank. Okay? 3 dudes. In this tank, there's only room for 2. 3. 2.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Beautiful. Now, it may be a design thing as well. The Manticore was maybe designed for 2, but come on, Wargaming. I don't want to go off on that tangent again, but drives me crazy. They really screwed the Manticore with that. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. They can't see it because you've still got the shop overlay.
Do I? Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Here. There we go. 3. We'll do it again. 3, 2.
Yeah.
3, 2. Because historical.
Well, they're midgets, aren't they? They are from the Shires.
Because historical or something of that nature. I don't know. Crazy. All right. Where's the producer of this show? Guy's terrible. See, Cliffy? There you go. Thank you for that. Even worse. They made it 3 because they knew. They made it 3 because they knew it was stupid to make it 2, but they still made it 2 on the Manticore. How about we just do this with some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sameness. That's not the word, though.
Parallel? No.
Some kind of parallel. Some kind of continuity. How about that?
Continuity, that's the word. Magic, says Wayne. Some type of magic.
Continuitousliness.
Yes. Glee. Shire.
All right. They have other stuff for sale, guys. I don't know. There's some tanks. This is weird. I don't know why I have the Lurva as it's an exclusive for me. You may not see that. I'm not sure which thing I'm getting that from, whether it's the veteran thing or the Prime Gaming thing. But you can also buy it for more if you want on the other page. So,
yeah.
If you're in the mood for a Lurva and you have it on this page, make sure you buy it from here because the other one is $49.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a special I have. I don't know why.
It's a special. Yeah.
Gold, nothing going on here. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm looking at £38, which is what, 40? Yeah, for about $49 maybe.
40 something bucks. Yeah, it's probably something. Don't buy any gold right now. When the boxes come out, we have don't buy any time right now unless you just need to bridge the gap. As far as tanks go, we're back to the ELC. We've got the Legend of Hunter as we discussed. The Lanson's around. Ooh, the Marbreaker. Nothing really going on there. And on Specials, nothing especial about that. This is actually not bad. A 127 in 7 days for $15. 500 extra gold tossed in there and 500,000 silver. And if you need a little, if you want to get if you're a free to play and you want to do a little happy Merry Christmas to me, you might grab that and then grab some boxes when they show up, and you'd be off the races on the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's not a bad little tank at tier 3. It's fun.
Yeah, that's actually that's not a bad little deal right there, actually.
No, not at all.
All right.
Alrighty.
Scared of that. What else we got going on? We got the marathon that ends today. We talked about that. The advent calendar is even 90. Activate. Blah, blah, blah. Battle Pass ends tomorrow. So this is the last day if you're trying to get whatever you're trying to get on Battle Pass. Also, get your goodies.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they last sitting there. Anybody know that?
You've got to do You've got to do your tokens for bonds, otherwise, or for whatever you want. Otherwise, they'll convert the lot.
Well, if you're not worried, they'll convert them to bonds, which is fine. But if you're looking to get a tank, I would spend my crap today and not end your 5 keys.
Well, here's a question. Greedo. What's your feelings on going to the battle pass and purchasing the rest of the stages to complete it all, depending on where you are? But if you're sort of like, I don't know, like for example, I'm about a third of the way from full completion. And I'm not going to use gold to go and buy the stages, but I guess there are people who might do that. But
I think if you're sitting on a bunch of gold from last Christmas and you know you're going to spend some money, and you want one of the tanks, I would do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So use your stack of gold, get yourself your tank, because there should be new tanks next time.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you're prioritizing tanks, I would not leave any tanks on the table if I was prioritizing tanks.
No.
Some of them are... Cliffy, I'll get to 70 today. We'll buy improved battle pass to get the tokens. There you go. Cliffy, that's kind of what I was saying. If there's a tank you got your eye on, grab it. The assumption is the same tank will be there next year, but that's not a guarantee.
Right.
That's what's happened. They've added new tanks and left the old tanks, but who knows? They're getting on to the 3rd or 4th season or whatever, so I don't know. Bonzi, I am, man. I am on the new rig. The details are down in the My Rig part if you're watching the channel on the About Me section. I just actually posted those so you can see all the details on what I've got.
See, Ass Monkey got the char on the 777. So it's worthwhile, but of course Wargaming did the token thing that you can't get 3 tanks. Am I right in saying you can't get 3 tanks? They're 1 token short of 3 tanks.
Really?
When you do the whole thing. Something like that, isn't it?
That was loud. Yeah,
the Stoic
agreed.
Is in the house.
The Stoic Skeptic. What's happening, Skeptic? Good afternoon. Morning. Yeah, exactly. Wherever you happen to be. Good day to you, sir. All right, that's all the shilling, man. Have we covered more or less everything? I have no idea.
I think so. Battle Pass we did. We've done the shilling. We didn't. Did we talk about K9 for Warriors?
We didn't. What you got there?
Well, K9 for Warriors was something Wargaming did to raise a bit of money. The K9 for Warriors, in case you don't know, is a vets charity that provides pet dogs for veterans. Apparently having a pet dog is good for your psychological health.
Absolutely.
Not my dog. The one I had, he was never good for my psychological health.
Mine, this Mocha's awesome, man. Mocha's awesome.
He ran away when I had a vasectomy. He ran off on me. I couldn't run after him because my knackers were that big. They were banging into each other. I couldn't run after him. Anyway, that's a different story altogether. But yeah, and they raised $25,000 for it, and it was way, way more than they thought they would, which is great stuff. Thanks, Wargaming.
That's good.
Good old stuff.
That's good. That reminds me actually of a story. I was walking Mocha probably 3 months ago. Down by the bay, and we have some friends that live down there. And 6:30 in the morning, and I'm walking across next to the water. I look over and I see our friend, his wife's out there, also a friend, obviously. And she's got her dog. She's standing out in the front yard with her dog, and her dog sees Mocha and just starts running around, then runs off into the other yard, and she's yelling at it to come back. It's not on a leash, so I'm just sort of laughing. So I take Mocha over, across the street, and draw the dog back over to Mocha, and we grab the dog. Well, she's like, oh, thank God. She grabs the dog and runs inside. Well, she was doing the, whatever, that stuff that you do for colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah.
That keeps you near the bathroom.
Yeah,
her thing was that morning, and she's like, if you hadn't showed up, I don't know what I was going to do, because I had to go back.
Brilliant, absolutely. Dogs don't give a toss, do they?
No. Whatever. She's like, I could kill that dog for running off when I'm trying to.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So dogs are great.
Oh, I'd love to have another dog. You know what I mean? When I stop working full time, I'm going to get myself another dog. But yeah, they can be fun. Put it that way. They have, especially mine. It was a Labrador Collie cross, so he was fat and cheeky at the same time.
There's actually
loads of energy.
Yeah. There's a donation thing right there. Actually, I didn't realize that. So you can actually donate right there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right, I didn't realise. Yeah, cool. So yeah, so it was when I let him out into the back garden, having hobbled to the back door. It was the fact he got to the gate. I called him back because the house general had left the gate open, and it was the look over the shoulder he gave me, as if to say, "You're never going to catch me, dude. I'm off."
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, "You pork this away, old man. I'm out."
Yeah.
Well, that's Mocha. If I take Mocha, yeah, Sutek, I don't know, man. I should do that. If I take Mocha off the leash, she'll hang out for a bit, and then she'll kind of look at you, and she'll just start trotting away, and she won't run.
No.
But she's gonna go just faster than you are.
Yeah.
But the breed is known for wandering. They're not good at just hanging around. The Great Pyrenees, because their nature is to wander around their area and patrol and do what they do, protect the livestock and all that. And they don't really hang out, apparently. My understanding is they don't hang out around, like, right next to them like a sheepdog does, but they're in the general area, and they just wander. That's what they do.
A wandering dog. Well, you've had a sub from Artillery Bugs. You've had...
H.R. Raymond. Oh, my gosh. Spot a blind man on nude beach. It's not... Every time I think of a nude beach, initially you're like, okay, that might be interesting, and then you realize the standard human. You're like, no,
it's pot bellied. It's pot bellied.
Yeah, it's and fish bellied.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, when we were over in Germany, because they've only got a small coastline, they do a lot of gravel pit swimming. And, beaching. So all the old gravel pits are now full of water. They use them as swimming areas and everything else. And I didn't know. Seriously, I did not know. I went to one with the family, with the picnic basket, set up, and then there was lots of rather gross, fat, hairy German bellies knocking around. And I was like, pack up now, kids, we're leaving.
Germans will let their kids run around buck naked.
No, they don't care.
Up to a relatively advanced age, which is a little bit
disconcerting.
It is. And then they're not like you said, they're not against just stripping down and hanging out.
They don't care. They don't care. No.
And if they're not stripped down, they're a giant German in a Speedo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Ooh, that's a bad memory.
Artillery Bugs, thank you for the sub. Very awesome. Love it. And the bits as well. HR and also for the dad joke. Beautiful. I had a Rhodesian Ridgeback mix. That was my last dog. She died about 3 or 4 years ago. It's an awesome dog.
They're big, aren't they? They're quite big.
She was a mix, so she was slightly smaller than Mocha. She was 55 pounds. Mocha's 75, almost 80 sometimes.
See, would you have... So you've had girl dogs. I don't want to say the B-I-H word, but...
I have, yeah. All mine have been for, not necessarily on purpose, but my last 3 dogs have all been... Yeah. When I was a kid, I had several male dogs, but I don't do it on purpose. It's just the way it's...
Okay, so you don't have a preference?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think male dogs just take the mickey a bit more. They're like,
yeah,
aren't they? A little bit testosterone.
Probably, yeah, testosterone. The Rhodesian mix, her name was Dizzy, and she was the most energetic dog I have ever seen in my life. Yeah. And I don't know, Bridget knows my wife knows the story. It was the kids were talking about her or something. They wanted to call her Dizzy Heady Head for some reason. This is like a 5 and 6 year old trying to name a dog. Dizzy Heady Head, and then our last name. So it came down to Dizzy and Diz, but it was the most appropriate name for a dog of all time because the dog was manic, absolutely manic, and not in a necessarily bad way. But I take her out the backyard. She was the most amazing Frisbee dog I've ever owned, and fastest dog. The only thing I ever saw beat her was somebody had a Greyhound or a Whippet.
Oh wow,
a Whippet. It was a Whippet.
Yeah.
Had a Whippet. Yeah. We're at the dog park, and the Whippet took off, and she took off, and the Whippet beat her to the ball. It's the only dog I ever saw beat her. But she was amazing. I mean, I take that Frisbee and wing that thing, and I have a decent sized yard. It's not huge. And then there were some bushes at the other end, and she would get to it before it got to the bush. I almost couldn't throw it hard enough to keep her from getting it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
she was,
though,
and then she would like
yeah.
jump. If I put it high, she'd leap and grab it out of the air.
It was.
It was.
You see, my Labrador Collie Cross, big, fat, and lazy with lots of energy, wouldn't jump to save his life. He'd just look and go, "Yeah, I'm not going up there." Plod. He'd be like that. He just wouldn't.
Oh, we've
catch the ball. No, I don't want to catch the ball. You got to catch the ball.
Yeah, I've had enough of that. Yeah. We've had another dad joke. Here we go.
Oh.
How do you find an old guy in the dark? Depends.
I don't get that one.
Stinky.
I don't get that one.
Stinky.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's what I'm... kind of like, the toddler needs a change.
Yeah.
I've hiked past a couple nude beaches over the years, and let's just say reality does... Yes, Sutek, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Exactly it, isn't it?
Girl dogs fertilize the lawn. Boys burn it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. There you go.
What you said expectation. I was just hiking by here. All right. Cool. So K9s, that was good. That's good, man. That's good stuff right there. Good on them for doing that. They've raised a lot of money for the USO and then for the K9 thing, and then there was the raised shell. That was USO, wasn't it? Raised shell.
Yeah,
I believe so. All right, and that's it for missions and specials. Let's go to subjects du jour.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to subjects du jour.
Here we go. All right, so first thing on the list is the Pollack, my friends. We've got some stats for the American heavy tank that's going to be the Tier 6. Remember, it starts at Tier 6 this time, not 7. Why would I get an ad for a 10 megahertz GPS receiver?
I don't know. What have you been buying lately? Any computer equipment?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. But that's kind of a specific thing, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
Pollack, Tier 6. Heavy? Yes, heavy. 240 Alpha at Tier 6. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the other Tier 6? The T1?
T1 is the... no,
or is M6?
M6.
M6.
T1. Yeah.
M6 is the other Tier 6, the heavy tank on the American line. So I think they both have 240s. I want to say it's a 90 millimeter probably gun, something like that.
Yeah.
Reload's 8.4, relatively long. 0.42 is not great dispersion. Only -5 depression.
Yeah.
Little flat turret, so the breach doesn't really go up very well. 54 pieces. Does 45, which is decently zippy for a heavy tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
16.2 power to weight is not bad. Traverses are okay. 127 on the whole turret. 140 is pretty decent at Tier 6, actually, and it's well angled, so could be interesting there. 360 view range. I think we have some gun stats down here. Here we go.
I think it's starting to look a little bit like a bit of a sniper, though, doesn't it? I don't think...
Well, 0.42
it's got
is not...
mobility.
Well, wait a minute. Why does it say... Interesting. 0.42 here, and down here it says 0.37. That's the 76 millimeter. Hold on. There we go. Clicky, but it still says 0.42. This may be with 100% crew. Sometimes you got to watch what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So not great dispersion, but we're talking 240, 160, 205 with gold at Tier 6 is a bunch of pen.
Yeah, isn't it just?
Rate of fire comes down a little bit. This must be the 100% crew idea. Reloads at 8.5. -5. 2.3 is... So the gun is going to be a little bit derpy, but they kind of are at Tier 6, really. Don't you think?
Yeah, I don't think there's... Yeah, I think all the soft stats that go behind Tier 6 is around about like that anyway. So.
Yeah, Stoic says check soft stats. That is something that, you can absolutely do that. You can get into a lot of rabbit holes getting too worried about soft stats, but it is a fact, and you are correct, that soft stats can really change because... Let's be honest, you're usually moving somehow when you're trying to get shots, right? You're swinging your turret to get it, or you're moving forward, or something's going on, and some soft stat is probably affecting your dispersion a little bit, unless you're just really just sitting there staring right at what you're shooting. So it's absolutely... So 1788 is okay, I think, for a Tier 6. We've got 950 hit points. We'll have to see what the... is it on tanks.gg?
Yeah.
Let's go look at the armor profile on tanks.gg. Because I don't know. I haven't even found that website yet, so I need to favored it anyway. Good opportunity. Give me a second, guys. Here. Give me a second, guys. Here.
You got a question from Stoic saying, "Is the Badger worth the pain?" For me personally, yes, absolutely. I love that tank. I really do. It's never did me any harm at all. I've got a fairly decent win rate in it, and it's a good puncher, and it's got lots of armor. But you need to use it as an assault TD. Don't sit back. Push it forward and be with the heavies.
It's not on tanks.gg yet.
It's not on? No.
Okay. No, it's not there yet.
Just had a quick look.
The Badger, I would agree with Pilgrim. The Badger is definitely one of those situational tanks that if you get it in the right position, it's an absolute monster. Its flexibility is about as low as you get in the game, other than it can punch its way out of problems, except that it's a casemate TD and slow. But if you can keep everything in front of it and you have a little bit of support, or if you're hidden and you're just punishing people from a bush, it's a beast. It's an absolute monster. The turtle's the same way. The tortoise is the same way. But man, arty and getting circled and stuff like that. But still, you can set it up if you get the right skills and perks and stuff, and you improve its rotation. You can still get around on people, and it's got pretty good azimuth on the gun, so it can surprise people who are trying to circle it if you're not. Has good HE penetration too. There you go. Yep.
I mean, I enjoy it because the thing is, if you get swamped by mediums or something, you've got no chance. You've got no rear or side armor. But if you're up if you're up with the heavies, and generally the mediums don't go to the heavy brawling places, you can be quite effective. But don't sit back and snipe, because it's not that sort of TD.
Kedge, thanks, man, for the gift sub to Sutek002. Thank you very much. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. And he's given 19 gift subs. Man, that's amazing, man.
Wow. Close to a hype train as well.
Hype train. Spotting's at 360. Concealment is as you would expect for a heavy tank. Oh, here's the hidden stats shit right here.
Yeah.
They
got it there. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So good. It's just down at the bottom. Dispersion after firing. You know, I'll be honest. I don't pay close attention to these, so these seem kind of average, but they could be bad for all I know. I don't know. I should probably pay a little more attention to those things. But there's things you can't do a lot about. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, it's part and parcel of the game, so you just run with it. In fact, never even registers half the time. For me, anyway.
Yeah. T-28's a good tank too. I think those two lines play very similarly, actually.
Yeah.
What's the tier 10? T95 goes.
T95.
No, that's tier 9, right? Is the T95 tier 10?
Oh yeah. Wait. No, it's the is it not the E3?
E3. Forgot about that. Forgot about the E3. All right, cool. So that's on the way. The scuttlebutt is, I don't think this is really surprising anybody, but it's been air quotes confirmed according to Harkonnen on another article that the Yo Tank tier 8 is in the boxes.
Yeah.
The premium.
Yeah.
They're still working on these are all still in super tests from what I understand for the line, and this is the tier 6 that we're talking about, so that's why I just wanted to check that out. My estimate is sometime obviously early next year.
Does the tier 6 have that extra track?
I don't think so.
Right, so it's just
that basic. Starts at 7, I believe. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Grind.
Yeah.
Sutek, I don't know.
dollars. Yeah.
Sutek, I don't know. That's a great question. I had the same question in my head. Why they started on 6? I guess just because they had the content. They had a tank that worked at tier 6, and they put it in there. And I don't know why it doesn't have. You know what I mean? There has to be a transition to the special gimmick, and usually that's been at tier 8 for most things. This seems like I think the tier 7 is where the gimmick starts, actually. So that's a little different.
But they have done. There is a precedence with this, because with the wheeled tanks, the pressing the X button doesn't come in till later on in the line, does it? To get the extra speed if you're in the lower tiers.
For which line?
On the wheel.
Yes, that starts at 8.
Yeah. So there is a precedence that they don't necessarily put all the bells and whistles on the tank when it first comes out.
The Swede TDs with siege mode starts at 8. Yeah. The speedy Polish medium, is that what it is? The CS that only is for 10, so you don't have that lower. So it does change a little bit depending on what else has an X. The Kunze-Panzer, but it's a one-off.
Yeah, it's just one-off.
It goes into siege mode or whatever you call it. That's an X. What else has an X? The Swede mediums don't have it, right? You just slow down and go into it.
Just the TDs, the Sturves, and that's it.
Yeah. Somebody said play the 295 and the Brit TDs.
Yeah, you can bounce back to full
because it's more or less the same. It's the same play style, so you're not really that's not a bad idea. You can do both for sure. Stoic has 135 US blueprints and 237. You know they have that sale. I wonder if they're going to do that in the near future. Remember when you could sell blueprints and get goodies? That was actually a great idea.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Italian All Reloaded started at 8.
Hisenberg just unlocked every single tank in the tech tree. He's only 2 away: the Chimera and the 279E.
Congrats, man!
Awesome. We've got another Guido on the go.
Congrats, man! Now you can retire. Oh, look at the ad for the Sanic sandals.
Hey! Slippers and sandals.
I have the top left one. That's my style.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I'd like to win one of those over Christmas.
It's minus 27%.
There you are.
They're like $80 slippers, man. They're amazing. In terms of price, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so the Czechs, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but the Czechs are getting a TD. The ship tick. The ship tick.
Say that after 3 days.
Ship tick TVP 100.
Yeah, the ship tip.
And it looks like this. Oh, wait, hold on. It looks like that. Open top. Resembles the other TVP, same kind of design elements. It was apparently a blueprint thing that they found or have access to. So there's a bunch of pictures of it. That's what it looks like. Ooh, wow. If that's the actual ammo rack. Oof.
Oof.
Oh, man. That looks like...
Yeah.
I wonder if that's actually where it is module-wise in the game.
That would be interesting, wouldn't
it?
Yeah.
All right. This is a Tier 8 Premium TD, which in the past, they've kind of led new lines with a Premium.
Yeah.
Although we've also had lines where a Premium was out for years and the line never showed up. So there you have it. They advertised it as, he says Jackson Hellcat-ish, but this is a Tier 8. What it says here is German Scorpion and Russian Su-130 PM. So let's look at the stats and see if that kind of holds up.
Well, that'd be interesting because they're quite up, them, aren't they?
Well, I would say right off the bat, not really. Is this really a Tier 8? Did I misrepresent this? Is this actually, what is this? What does it say? Tier 8. Draws similarities to the Scorpion and Russian, and immediately you notice a 250 Alpha gun. So that's not even close to one of them.
No. I mean, the thing is, if you're in the market to buy a premium TD, you're going to go to the Scorpion or you're going to go to the SU before you even look at that. Seriously, you're going to do
that. That looks pretty anemic. -6 there, Stickler. So we've got a 250 Alpha gun with 250 standard pen, which is actually good for standard at Tier 8. 330 with what kind of shell? Do we have the shell pictures anywhere? Don't see what type of shell that is. Don't know. That sounds like heat to me, though. When you get that high and that much change, it's usually a heat round. 7.19 is not amazing reload time for only a 250. You would think that would fire faster with 250 Alpha.
Absolutely.
-6. Aiming time is fast. Dispersion is mediocre. DPM is pretty good at 2,000. So it is spitting out rounds decently downrange, but you're only hitting for 250. So, I mean, a low roll on that is somewhere around 200. Yikes.
Well, you've got to say to yourself, well, it depends on what price they put it out at, but if they're going to put it out at a similar price, and it's not matching the stats of what's already available, I don't see why would people buy it. Don't make no sense.
Lightly armored, fast-ish. 55 is pretty good.
Yeah.
What's its traverse? 43.
So you've got to look at the power to weight rate, yeah, and the traverse. Because I mean, that's the only thing that lets the Scorpion down is the traverse speed.
Where's the turret? Gun traverse is actually okay at 33. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Now TDs generally have really bad soft stats, so let's see if that's true. Yeah, so they're pretty high. 0.18.
Yeah.
Dispersion after firing is 4. That's a good chunk.
Yeah. That's a huge bloom, isn't it? But I guess you can get all that down using all the relevant crew skills.
Yeah,
and everything else.
I mean, concealment's okay at 15, not bad. View range 370, so at 250 alpha, that's, I don't know about that. We'll see how that turns out.
Maybe that's a typo, or maybe it's just still in not finalized. Maybe.
Well, I guess if you put vents and food and everything, you could be firing in the 6-second range. That is pretty fast.
Yeah.
But again, you're only thumping them for 250, so you got to kind of count on the machine gun element right there. You don't have that fear factor of a Scorpion or a Su-130. You're like, people don't like trading with those because they hit so hard.
No, they don't.
But they have a much longer reload, I think. So that dude's on its way.
Nice. Well, that says everything about, they're pushing a TD out, so there's a TD line to look forward to on the check front.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Happy days.
So we'll have to see what comes of that. Now, let's talk Christmas stuff. Let's talk Arnold.
There he is.
Dreams come true. Here's Arnold.
I'll be back.
How do we do this? See if we can get this full screen. There we go. Has anybody broken this thing down? Somebody said.
Are there any Easter eggs in there? There's the question.
Yeah, somebody said there's a tank in the background right here, but I don't know. My it's not a very good. Is this the best? Yes, it's the best quality I can get. If I make this a bit smaller, if I'll be able to see better. Let's go over to YouTube and do this. There we go. No, it's not that much better.
No.
We're going to go over here. We're going to see Arnold lifting weights. So obviously that rumor was true from last week. There he is. He's got his combat boots on.
See the way he throws it down, though?
Yeah.
See the way he chucks it down? He's got more money than sense throwing his weights down like that.
He'd get kicked out of Planet Fitness for that.
Absolutely. Who do you think you are? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. I like the complimentary flex that he does.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's still got some biceps, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean? Crikey.
Guess it got lost.
30 years late.
My name is Johnny. 9 years old. Grew up just like you. Christmas is coming, but I don't want any presents. What I want is for you to come to our village for the love, Johnny.
It is so. Look at that. Look at the muscles on that. It's so cheesy.
Arnold's like, little Johnny loves me, and I love me.
Yeah.
I love me.
He's not even looking. He's going, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
He's like, little Johnny, I'm going to come punch you right in the face.
How dare you write to me?
Yeah.
How did you get my address anyway?
He's going to need a bigger bird. Somebody did go through this. Actually, I saw it on the forums, and there were a lot of people were doing like different shout outs. I think there's a lot of Easter eggs to his movies in here.
Right.
Somebody said, what was the red key thing? There was some vehicle that had a red key in one movie, so there's just a lot of stuff I think that was chucked out there. There it is.
Yeah. That's the single eye of the Terminator,
Yeah.
isn't it? The one eye.
That's actually not. That's a good one. That might very well be some kind of shout out to the Terminator thing. Yeah. The sword fight. Somebody said that's Conan. That's a Conan.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Conan reference right there. Somebody said what they thought this reference, the round this thing was, but I don't remember what it was. Oh,
the carousel thing.
Yeah, they said it was probably what's that? Total Recall. They go to Mars or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
he's on Mars. That maybe that's a Total Recall thing.
That was actually quite a cool film. Quite enjoyed that. Yeah.
When he's flying in a helicopter. Looks like those look like boxes.
They
right?
do, don't? Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, he's about to drop a box down.
Dropping crates. And then you're like, holy cow, look, little Johnny. But that's the thing.
Little Johnny, I got your letter.
That's little Johnny Jr. That's not.
He's like, who's that dude? I don't know who he is.
He looks unimpressed.
Nah, it's not McFly.
Yeah. Like I said in my video, that's the face of a woman reconsidering her current marital status.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? It's like, what, my husband likes this dude? I think we need to move on.
Let's take
a new picture.
Yeah. This is for you.
And he gets a robot.
You're like, oh, that's crap.
Yeah.
It's a Lego man.
Little Ben Affleck Jr.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't he give him a tank?
Well, yeah. Why a Lego man?
I don't know. No. Arnold's.
Yeah, stoic. Absolutely.
Ready to celebrate?
What?
What happened?
What is this cartoon?
Who's that?
What is this cartoon devilry? What is that? Look at.
I don't know, but I don't. Whoever drew the cartoon must have had his glasses on back to front, because that's not Arnie.
It looks like one of those wax, one of the like a knockoff Madame Tussauds in in Algeria, in some small town in Algeria.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sutek, you're cracking me up.
Maybe his wife is looking to move on because he's.
That is brilliant.
Oh man. There's just a bunch of toxic masculinity going on here. Anyway, there you go, guys. Holiday Ops is here. That's the teaser. Not a lot of details in that, other than it's Arnold. Obviously, is going to be a commander, so that'll be cool. And that one would assume there's good voice stuff going on.
You would hope.
You would hope.
But, and then, of course, there'll be all the angst about what tank to put him in, because it's got to be worthy of Arnie, hasn't it? You can't put him in. You can't put him in a T1.
And that's a great point, fellas. That Pilgrim has made one of his maybe half dozen good points that he's made.
Yeah, thanks.
That's a good point, though. So where would we put Arnold, guys? An ELC? Okay, that's. I think you have to put the ELC in Arnold on that. I don't know if he can fit in that.
He'd be sticking out the top, wouldn't he?
Tiger Stoic says Tiger 2. Okay, that's a good choice. T95, yeah. Yeah, because he's not really that mobile. He's just a big, or a 110E3, but I think T95 might even be better. I would be back. Hey, Gio, what's happening, man? Yes, T95, T103, start an Austrian line. There you go.
Well, they could, yeah. In a mouse. Actually,
isn't one of the little, like, those are Czech. I guess they don't really have an Austrian tank in the game that they've given to the Germans or whatever, do they? No. I guess not. No. Do they have Austrian tanks? I don't even know if they've even.
I don't know. I'm not sure. They have Strudel. I know they have Strudel.
Okay.
Does that count? Arnold can bench press the even 90. He can, probably.
SK-105. Okay.
Well, that's an interesting choice.
Austrian light tank. All right. Well, they do have tanks.
Yeah, but are they their tanks, or are they tanks they bought off the Germans, like the Leopards or whatever?
It looks like probably one of these, a modified French thing.
Right.
Let's see if they have any World War II tanks.
Were they in World War II, were they? I thought they skipped that one.
Austrians, weren't they aligned with Germany, or were they neutral? I thought they were part of the greater Germany.
I think they were. I mean, Hitler had his party house down that way, didn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they were basically Germany, part of Germany.
Oh yeah, Banzai's got it right. Put Chuck and Arnie in the Manticore. That would be something else. But they'd fight over who's in charge, wouldn't they?
I thought about that, but I think he's going to be a locked-in commander.
Oh right, okay, all right.
I would absolutely do that. Yeah, that guy was Austrian. That's right.
So who would be in charge then if it was Chuck and Arnie in the same tank? It would be difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Be a conflict of interest, I think, there.
I mean, according to the legends, it would have to be Chuck, because even Arnold can't beat Chuck, according to all the Chuck legends. But
exactly. Yeah.
I wonder if I'm assuming you will be locked as a commander. Chieftain, not a bad choice. Yeah. Not a bad choice right there. Yeah. Yeah. Might as well put the overpowered guy in the overpowered tank.
Yeah. And then we can all buy one from the premium shop, can't we? Oh, maybe not.
All right, let's see what else we got. Here's a small little tidbit. I don't know if you guys have seen this site, but I found this. Armored Archives. Guy goes through all kinds of different tanks. In fact, there's some stuff you haven't really seen, which is pretty cool. Actually, this is not bad. I'll check it out if you're interested in tanks and tank development. Some of you may have already seen this, but we got all kinds of crazy experimental tanks. There's the Chimera, although it looks like the Manticore there. But you can see that definitely gets into a lot of design and theory and development and stuff like that. So pretty cool, actually. Chuck that out at you. The last thing I had is Wargaming. Is that article here? Where did I see that? I didn't know, but Wargaming's working on another first-person shooter called Shatterline. I don't think the article is here. I guess it was probably on Harkonnen's site. You can sign up for it. Let's see if I can find it here.
My problem with this is that there are companies out there that do this better. So why is Wargaming delving into an FPS when there's people out there who do it far better than they can do it? So maybe it's a money earner. I don't know.
It may have been Armored Patrol, but you can sign up for it if you want to do if you want to be part of the beta test stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of why I brought it up. It's like how many other FPSs at this point? I mean, you got to have a really good FPS to break into that market.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, you're right, Banzai. It's all about the money, but whether they're going to have a really good game when there are you can go to any of the big suppliers of games and you can get far better FPSs at Wargaming. I mean, Wargaming's tried it before, haven't they? I can't remember what it was.
I think they're publishing it, Cliffy, because it's a different studio. I can't remember what it's called. It is
cracking me up, Stoic.
Shatterline. What is it called? This article isn't mentioning it. I think it's a development house they bought. That article doesn't show it. Armored Patrol, there we go. Is this the one that has the link? There is some gameplay stuff. If you Google it, you can check out. Shatterline. Where's the development? Can't remember what they're called, man. Anyway, whatever it is. Yeah, they're not doing it. Those relationships get wacky. Who's the publisher? Who's the developer? All that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like Sutek saying and Stoic saying, they've tried sort of different games before. I mean, they can't even get World of Warplanes right.
Frag Lab, thank you. You got it. Frag Lab, that's what they're called.
Oh, they are.
There you go, Frag Lab. That's the dudes. I got Master of Orion. Was it? I played it a little bit, but was it no good? That's a bummer. I loved the first one, but that was in the day when that kind of thing was brand new, and it didn't take much to be good.
No.
Fell into a coma.
Yeah.
You know, that is an apt representation, because that's kind of. I played it a little bit, and I just my dude was out searching around, and nothing was really happening, and I'm like, I'm done.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I don't have time for this.
No.
I don't have time for this. Wargame can't get Wargaming right.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, you know, World of Tanks success story, World of Warships sort of okay, World of Warplanes, what the heck?
Yeah,
isn't it?
I need to get all my stuff set up. I did get my VR rig going, but I don't have it quite set up, and unfortunately, all my settings were stored on the computer and not stored in the game. In the cloud or whatever. But so all of my HOTAS for DCS is gone. So I have to set set everything back up.
Yeah.
That bummed me out a little bit, but I did play it, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes.
Are you upgrading your VR kit, or are you quite happy with what?
No, I have a good headset. I've got the G2 Reverb, whatever it's called, and it's one of the better ones out there right now. Yeah.
Because you were saying about peripheral vision. Obviously, in a real aircraft, you have a lot more than what you do when you put VR headset on.
The HP, the Oculus was 60, I think, field of view.
Right. Yeah.
This is 80 or 92 or some. It's wider. It's wider. It's not. Yeah. You don't have the full peripheral, but it's a lot better. So you do spend a lot of time moving your head around, pointing your eyes directly, whereas. In a lot of things, you know, if you look up and left, you can see what you need to see. You actually have to really move your head to do that. Funny thing I realized, which is kind of not realistic, but I didn't realize this at first. But if I turn around, I can see straight through the airplane seat.
Oh, can you? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So keeping track of something. Whereas in the jet, because what I would do naturally is I would turn around and be looking around the seat. Because that's what you had to do in the jet. Then I realized all you really have to just turn and look straight through the seat. The seat's not there, so no bother. Yeah. You can see the guy you want to track.
See, now, talking about VR rigs, if Wargaming is going to move World of Tanks forward and they start to go down the VR route, because it's one of the options I would think in my head if I was in the business. Yeah, let's see if we can make this VR. That would be so immersive. So immersive. It would be, actually, I would pay good money to do that. VR World of Tanks, absolutely. Sign me up now. It would be something else.
Yeah,
gameplay would significantly change.
It would. That would be a different experience. It would be pretty cool. It would be really cool if you could have a crew. I think the only two that would matter, though, would be if you had a driver and a gunner. And there is a game out there. I know that... what was the guy that was doing all the VR stuff with us, all the airplane stuff? Low Blow. I know Low Blow played, and I can't remember what it was called. It had a kind of weird name, but you could play two people in the tank. So you have one guy would drive and one guy would be the gunner.
Right. Oh, I watched some of that. Yeah. I can remember it now. Yeah.
So it was much more realistic. So that was actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a Star Trek where each player manned their position. Yep. I mean, those are interesting, but it has to be really compelling for each person, and relying on another person to be in there, and
Yeah.
I think that kind of game has a limited appeal. I think it is appealing for that format, but if I wake up and I want to go play a video game, there might not be two people to do it. So,
well, to extrapolate that, to have where instead of platooning, you would get some of your mates together and have a 4-man crew inside a tank. One's the gunner, one's the commander. Not as the main mode, but as an alternative mode to that. That would be something else.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? You screaming down at your mate because he can't fire the shell quick enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like if you had the team, that's a lot of fun. That would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I know they have flying games where you can be the gunner and a bomber, and the pilot's the pilot, and you're the gunner. I mean, that exists. It's out there. It's not like
it's doable. Then it is.
Yeah, it's being done now. Absolutely. But I think like I said, it has limited. It has a naturally built-in limitation of you have to have 2 people doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
as a mode, you wouldn't have to be the main mode. So your main mode would be UVR tank.
Yeah.
But you can also then have a mode where you would call it like platoon mode, where you would invite like you used to do on the old Xbox or something. Invite your mates in. In fact, Wayne's cracked me up. Come on, noob, drive the tank. It's your fault. You can blame everybody else for losing the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's from a game design and as far as a balancing aspect, it's an interesting discussion because if cameras like stop it. If I build this thing that it requires 2 people to play, and then I realize I need to allow 1 person to play it because you might not always have 2 people. Does it then become a case of it's easier to play it yourself and do everything because that gives you an advantage? There's none of the communication problem. So you would automate stuff and go, okay, you can play. You don't need another guy.
Yeah.
So it becomes a balancing and design question. Yeah. And what's the point? You might just go, well, screw it. I'll just make the single player one and not mess around with this because then I have to be able to link together and there's 2 computers sending data and I've got to do all that crap.
Yeah.
So Gator wants to be the radio operator.
Yeah.
I mean, from a purely
for that.
From a purely pretty cool idea aspect, if you took World of Tanks 15v15 and you had the crew position of everybody, and there was something you had to do to load, and your radio guy and your commander, and you had something specifically to do in the game. Yeah. Like you had to call in stuff or talk to other tanks on the radio. Yeah. That actually would be pretty cool.
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah.
Because they've got, just as another sort of tangent, they've got a simulator down at the Tank Museum in Bovington now. They've just set it all up, which hopefully if you do come over next year, you can jump in. And you go in with one another. So one person's the commander, one person's, I think, is the gunner, I think. And you can actually, it's a sim. So you sit in this big module and it's a simulator like aircraft simulators. And away you go, off on the battlefield. Doop, 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 doop. So, cool.
Yep, absolutely.
That'd be good. If you come over, that'd be good. You could be the gunner, I can be the commander. I can say, quick, go! Out the gun, will you?
Shoot him!
Shoot him!
Radio operator could have a soundboard with sound bites from Tank. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Driving your house around looking through the letterbox. Yeah. I think it only
5 seconds to repower a track.
I'm pretty sure that's realistic. Wargaming has done a lot of research. I mean, they really try to go with their realism. So I don't know. I'm no tanker, but I think you can fix a track in 6 seconds or so
without actually getting outside the tank as well.
You've seen the guys in NASCAR, right? The car pulls in, they swarm and put new tires on it and gas it, and off it goes in 1.29 seconds.
They are. There's the precedence.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be the guy who had the jack to have to lift the tank up. It must be like Arnold.
Arnold. All right. Well, that is all I had on my list, man. Did you have anything else?
I haven't. No, I'm very bare today.
Yeah. We're just sort of all waiting for the Christmas thing to kick off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What else you got? Any questions, comments, criticisms? Soundboard using Periscope. We talked about all that. EBRs. Yeah. My video on things that frustrate in a watt that I posted on the forum got a lot of response, shall we say? And
did it? All good, all positive.
No. Devolved into mudslinging contest amongst the skill-based matchmaking and non-skill-based matchmaking.
Do you actually do that to cause the controversy?
No. I don't even know why it was even controversial, because the whole thing was predicated on, hey, here's things that are frustrating that exist in the game. Yeah. And I really didn't come down on one side or the other necessarily on all of them. It was just like, hey, these are things that happen and this is frustrating. People's comprehension, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it takes all sorts, doesn't it?
Goodness gracious. It is gambling.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Talking gambling, here's a tangent. I watched a YouTube video last night. Some expert security guy from one of the big casinos came on and did a YouTube on the various forms of gambling. I am amazed at how inventive the cheat is when it comes to trying to steal dollars off the old casinos.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, they go as far as having electronic devices fitted in the shoes. They have magnetic dice. They've got dice which have only 3 numbers on them, 5, 6, and 1, and so on. You're like, and cards. He was showing you how you do all this like bottom dealing and all this. I was like, seriously, these people they've made a career out of cheating.
Yeah.
What? Who does that?
Yeah, Gator. If Las Vegas was like the loot boxes, if that was the kind of gambling you had in Vegas, man, everybody would be rich from going to Vegas, and they'd be out of business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Paul also wants to know about the Battle of the Bulge event. I read something about that.
Yeah, that is on the preview. Let's take a look at that. I sort of ignored the preview because there was no details about Christmas, and that's obviously the big thing on December. But referral, Battle Pass, Prime Gaming, Hunter Challenge, Battle of the Bulge. So that's December 16th to 27th, and that is all I know about it, guys. Germany's last major offensive. So there is something starting on the 16th, going through the 27th, Battle of the Bulge. That will be obviously right in the middle of holiday ops, so it's going to get lost in the noise. But there is something coming right there. So it says you can earn customization elements and consumables in themed missions. That's the long and the short of that.
It'll be something. Yeah, it'll run in the background, won't it? Or something. Yeah. It'll just. Wayne, Plymouth Rock, Henry VIII, and Pilgrinomics. Correct. You've won now the opportunity to donate 1,000 gold to my account. I'll let you know my account number later.
Yeah, Cliffy seems to think it's going to be a daily mission thing, probably like the Yuri Strike. Right. That could be, yeah, absolutely. 5 keys, the 5 keys of the Battle of the Bulge. So yeah,
we will never forgive Wargaming for that, will we? Ever?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So we're just waiting, guys. We'll figure out what's going on with the boxes. Oh, we just crashed there for a second. Hopefully we're back.
Yeah, you were just freezing up a little bit.
Yeah, just had a little hiccup. I think it's back now. So we'll keep an eye out for what's going on with holiday ops. Ideally, Wargaming gives me some boxes to give away. They have in the past. We'll see. GA Johnny, thanks for the sub. 34 months. Holy cow, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. That actually puts me at 50 subs right now. That's freaking awesome, man. Thank you.
Nice stuff.
You guys rock. You guys rock. Because I'm on the long slog to the save up to the next thing. I think the next thing I would like to get are some peripheries for the channel. There's some streaming decks that do various things that make it easier to switch between stuff. So I'm thinking about potentially grabbing one of those once I build up some more cash.
A new car.
Yeah.
My next purchase, not that anybody's bothered. You see, I got this as a birthday present from myself.
Oh, nice. Is that a Yeti?
No, it's a HyperX.
Is that what you're using?
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Nice.
Oh, good. Well, the next thing I want is that round screeny thing that you got, and somewhere I can like an arm to attach it to.
Yeah.
Because it's got the screw thing at the bottom.
Yeah. So I've got the big arm thing going on here.
Yeah.
I've got the.
So that's my next purchase. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. That's the sort of thing. Because it sits all right on the desk, but I'd rather have it off to one side, to be honest.
Yeah, I had that.
That's my next purchase. That's my next huge purchase. But my rig's coming next year. I will start streaming next year when I get my rig. I've just costed it last night.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it at £4,000, which is what, $6,000. I went online and I put all the things I was after.
You're like, I have one of them, or two of those, couple of these naked lady tees.
Yeah. And it went total price £4,000 something pounds. I went, oh no, I'll go get me Commodore 64 for next year then. No, that's not happening. Yeah, so I need to probably downscale it a bit. But I'll tell you what was it, and you'll know this because you've just bought your rig. The most expensive was the GPU. Amazingly mad.
Absolutely, that's why I bought a pre-built. You can't touch a self-built at the moment for as good a price as you can get a pre-built because of the cards. If you're a super deal searcher, you could spend a lot of time and probably come up with a better deal by building your own. But I didn't have that time, or really the knowledge. So I went with the pre-built. First time I've done that in a long time. I've built my last four computers. But I'm quite pleased with this. I'm planning on doing a video. I showed you guys. I actually figured out how to get the extra hard drives put in. I pulled the two extra hard drives out of my old one. There was one long string of SATA connectors, and then I found the power connector. Actually, not a string of SATA connectors, a string of power connectors that was open for use. I found the SATA connectors. They were high, as I said on the stream for anyone who wasn't there. Why weren't you there?
Yeah, exactly.
The SATA connectors were underneath the card is like that thick. Yeah. That 3080 is massive, and based on where the SATA plugins are on the motherboard, they're right underneath the card, which is stupid. That irritates me. I'm like, Asus, come on, bro. You know someone's going to park a big card on that gaming board, and you put all 6 of your SATA connectors right underneath it. Now, they're not figuring people are going to add to it later on, but they might want to. It was really annoying.
Yeah. Well, even if it is a pre-built unit, I mean, I've got a pre-built unit, but there is the ability to mess around and add stuff to it to upgrade it, even though it's pre-built. So yeah, absolutely. Even if you buy pre-built, 9 times out of 10 you might just want to add something to it. It's standard, isn't it? It goes that way, doesn't it?
Kedge, you can get a really good system for $1,500 these days.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, my budget would be about £2,000. About £2,000. So yeah, I mean that's.
Is my video going to be correct or still backwards?
Oh yeah, you were upside down, weren't you? You were Australian.
I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I had a
phone.
Well, I did. Well, I know that. And then when I got my editing software, I thought I only grabbed those. I thought I only grabbed those particular videos and spun them around. So when I looked at the pre-edit of it, I'm like, okay, everything seems to be straight up and down. Then when I went to produce and rendered it to the MP4, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Some of them, maybe I missed one. It's possible those, because I was upside down a couple times.
Yeah. Brilliant. Did you see your PSU had that great big metal, like a box over the top of it?
That was part of the.
Did you manage to unscrew that?
No, I didn't have to. That was part of that was part of the case.
Oh right, okay.
The case is
separate anyway.
The case is not quite as big as my old one, but it's pretty sizable. The old one had a lot of room in it. It was really easy to move around in.
Yeah.
This one's a bit smaller, but the cable management was amazing. Like I said on the stream, the problem with amazing cable management and nice tight installation is that you have really good cable management and a nice tight installation, because it was hard to get to everything, and in order to get to it, you're starting to snip zip ties and stuff now explodes out. But they actually had thought of it, and I was pretty much able to do what I needed to do without really messing with it. So freaking cool, man.
Well, that's good then, because as I say, well, my pre-built is like your old one, plenty of space inside, so it's quite easy to work on it. But yeah, I guess if you've got a lot of stuff and the cable management is massive, you've got to get that right, because otherwise it's a nightmare, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I didn't have to worry about it too much in the old case because it was so big. I just routed it and didn't worry about it, and it was not a problem. But this one has bigger stuff in a smaller space. I wish this was my bar. That would be amazing.
Isn't it? Yeah. What's your most pricey?
I don't have anything.
Drink on there.
I don't. I think there's a bottle of a half 2 liter or whatever of Jack Daniel's honey that someone gave me that I rarely touch. I have a couple scotches that I don't drink that I've kind of got along the way, and if I have a scotch drinker, I'll offer it. I rarely get into my liquor cabinet. I don't. No. I mean, I drink beer. That's pretty much it. I like craft beer, and that's about it.
See, that was Jack Daniel's was my go-to drink when I used to drink.
Yeah.
But like anything else, you get acclimatized to it. But a craft beer would be a good, a starter for the night out sort of thing.
Yeah, I got it at Newegg, and it's the company is called ABS, Advanced Battle Station. I don't know if it is an ABS. It's Newegg's in-house builder, and mine's a what's it called? Can't remember now. Let's be here. I need to favorite Newegg. I keep forgetting to do that. So give me a second, guys. Here, I'm trying to. There we go. And it is called ABS Gladiator Gaming PC. Like the price has actually gone up. It's already more expensive than the one I got.
Wow.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. This is a lesser version. Never mind. Is it a lesser version, or did I actually way overpay? What is going on here? Did I just get screwed?
No, don't say that.
Wow. Is this the same damn thing?
Same GPU?
Oh, well, it's got 16 less DDR4, but I don't know if that accounts for the amount of money it's less.
RAM is also expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. That's one of the when you buy new, it is. You can buy. I mean, I bought my sticks separate from Crucial, so I've got 64 gig put in there. But originally, I had 16 in here, and I just upgraded. Got two 32 gig sticks from Crucial.
Wow, that is almost $700. Well, it's $600 less, and the only thing I can see a difference. Looks like it's a pretty good deal. Here's a $2,800 one that's close to what I have with only 16 less RAM. It's got 16 instead of 32. And it looks like everything else is exactly the same. That's nuts. Wow. So it's ABS Gladiator Gaming PC. If you put that in Newegg, you'll find the various versions of it. That blows my mind, actually. See, here's a ABS Gladiator. I don't know. So, man, I'm like, wait a minute, almost $600 less and only 16 less. I wonder if it's a
there might be definitely, or because you've got extra SSDs fitted and stuff, didn't you?
No, it's got the same. Oh, it's only got one SSD. It looks like it's got one terabyte. I have two, 1 terabytes.
You start okay.
So I have an extra SSD and I have 16 more gig of RAM.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. But it's the same. Otherwise, it's the same computer. Pretty cool.
Stoic's got a question about.
Oh, it's a different case. It's a smaller case as well.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. What's that? For what and streaming? Sorry. Yes, absolutely, Stoic. Because I'm gaming and creating, I kind of go with the gaming side. I know if you're really smart about the producing and video making, you probably want to do a few things different. But I don't know what that would be. This thing renders fast. I actually just bought PowerDirector 365, which is a yearly sub. I hate those, but I wanted to upgrade. And I thought I'd give it a try, and if it sucks, I'll just straight out buy a PowerDirector, because PowerDirector 20's out. I was using 15, and I went back and forth on it, and they had a 30% discount, so I got it for $89 for a year. We'll see. And it comes with a bunch of other stuff too, because I got the top package. So I have like an audio.
What does PowerDirector do then?
That's the video software.
Oh, right.
That's how you do transitions, and you put all those videos together, and then it renders it into whatever format you want. Sure. Then you can upload it to YouTube from there and all that good stuff. So, I use OBS to record it, and then I put all of that stuff into PowerDirector, put it all together in the video, do all the editing and things I want to do, and then that PowerDirector will render it into one video, and then that MP4 gets uploaded to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't play on a laptop. I need, the big mouse, the big screen, and all the rest of it. I can't. I've had the game before on laptop, and it's too fiddly for me.
Yeah, it's really what you're used to, right? I mean, when you get one of these, because I also have two 27-inch screens, two LG 27 inches. One's a 4K, and the other one's a HD, I think. I had to get the new 27-inch 4K because I wanted a 4K. 2, my old second monitor still has the DVI plug, and I didn't feel like adapting it. Blah blah blah. So so it's actually still connected to my old rig. My old rig. Someone asked it earlier. I am not going to use that as the video rendering thing. That's just going to be an extra computer sitting around for a little while.
Okay.
All it has in it is the 500 gig PCI Express card slot version of a hard drive, which I may eventually take out because I just have 2 more PCI Express slots on the hard drive on this one. So I may plug that in for some more storage.
Okay, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Ked, it's more to do with just hook up a keyboard and mouse. I get that, but I guess I'm so used to having the PC and everything. Laptops for me don't mix. And I tell you what, Gio, I'll do 250 loot boxes at Easter next year.
At Easter.
And they do the Easter loot boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you've got monitors hooked up to your laptop. Doesn't that overcook it? Doesn't it get really hot?
The monitors?
You've got all that kit plugged into a laptop.
It's a laptop. Yeah, I bet it does. Stoic, I didn't really answer your question. Just I streamed and created videos with my 1080 GTX 1080 Ti. I did that for years, and the stream quality wasn't amazing, and the video quality wasn't amazing, but it was good enough, and I created the channel with it, and that's what we've been using up till this week. So it will stream. Go watch some streams. You've seen it, right? There are varying qualities of video being put out there or streaming. This one I think is going to be pretty good because I think the stream quality is already better.
Yeah, it does look a bit better from my end of things when So yeah. Oh right, okay.
First time chat from Fast Red Horse. You have an Asus ROG laptop. Oh, there you go. Yep.
Oh, there you are.
I have a gaming laptop I bought about 3 years ago. I don't remember what. Thing is, I have barely used it because I thought I would be on the road a bit with the company and some things, and I was early, and then COVID hit. So I haven't used it very much, but I've got this. What the hell is this? I think it is.
But can you upgrade laptops as easy as you can PCs?
No.
Because I think there's only so much space inside them things, isn't there?
It's an Omen. I have an Omen. I don't remember whatever brand the Omen is. Do you guys know what that is? Is that an Asus? I don't remember. But it's an Omen. It's actually pretty good gaming laptop. I just don't have a lot of use for it because I usually have this rig going. It does have World Tanks on it, and it's also got DCS. Now I've never run. I don't think it'll run. I don't think it'll run VR. Never tried it. I don't never tried it. And I don't know if it even has enough connections to do so. That might be interesting. I might actually try that. I think I will.
Test it out. Yeah.
Well, see the first VR headset I had was the Oculus, and it had its own sensors, so it had all kinds of USBs required. This one only has a USB plug, a power plug, and a HDMI plug. Yeah. Which this I think has. So I think there's enough. I might try that. That would be interesting to see if this bad boy would run VR. I don't think it'd do
particularly... Yeah, it would be interesting.
I don't think it'd do particularly well, but I bet it might do it.
Johnny has just thrown 5...
dude, I saw that, dude. Thank you.
Out, man.
GA, thanks, man. 58! That's amazing.
Wow.
So we've got one for... Peachster's in the house. Peachster, did your kid get his gift? Did that go out? Ruse John... Macferp, the Stoic Septic, Skeptic. I screwed it up.
The Septic.
Is it spelled the same?
No, I think it's Septic is Septic, isn't it?
There's no.
I like calling him Stoic Septic.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I screw that up every time. Meldeeth also gets one. 960M, ready for the new one? Yeah, I don't remember. Mine has, I think, 1070 or 1060M, one of those. GA Johnny. Guy won to Gator for 59. We're up in the ante right there, my friends. Add stream alerts to the 2D. Yes. Thanks, Cliffy. And I need to put my chat back on, too. I haven't got to that. That is on the list. Hey, go blue. Come on, pig.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe only slightly less annoying than Zero is Michigan. That's our nickname for Ohio, by the way.
Yeah.
Zero. Yeah, so we had a big weekend this weekend, Pilgrim, with college football. It was championship.
Right, okay.
It was championship weekend, and it was a big deal because we're going to figure out the 4 teams that get into the playoffs.
Oh, excellent. Right, okay.
So it looks like, I'm not going out on a limb here, it's going to be Alabama, Michigan.
Right.
Georgia will be 3rd, and then Cincinnati 4th, because
right.
I went to bed before Michigan won the game, but they were up 38-3 or something, so I'm assuming there was no comeback, and since Pig said go Big Blue, that sounds like they won.
Well, I mean, at that score line, you would not expect to come back from that sort of level of difference.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cliffy.
Because there's only a set amount of gameplay you can have, aren't you? You're timed and all the rest of it, so...
Yeah.
You know. Because you're very structured. The way I see American football, it's a very structured game. It's not, and dare I say it, I'll get slated for this. It's not as free-flowing as like rugby. There is more structure.
Yeah, because you stop and start. Yeah, you have set plays. Everything's a set play. You don't complete. You don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Cliffy, I was talking to my buddy last night, and I was watching it with the Bama game. The same thing happened, and I've noticed this more and more lately, but especially with people who are running. The avoidance of tackles and going out of bounds is, I don't know how many first down possibilities, especially on that Bama Georgia game, that I saw given up instead of lowering a shoulder and trying to take on the defender for another yard to get the first down. They were going out of bounds. Like,
wow.
And
on purpose.
And that play that he's referencing, the last play of that game, he tried to get the corner, and he's a big running back, and the dude that was tracking him down was smaller. I do not know why he didn't just turn upfield, lower his shoulder, and just blast into the end zone. I can't comprehend that. And it's not like it's a one-off. This is something that happens a lot now.
Well, that's not play, is it? That's gameplay. It's not play. It's not, surely. I mean, but I'm equating that to if a guy was about to get a try and there was a defender coming in across him, then you drop your shoulder, bounce him off, and put your ball down. So I equate that to the guy not doing that and then jumping off to the sideline. I mean, you just get booed off the field for that.
Yeah. And Sergeant Major Rock, I totally understand that. And there's the other piece for some of these kids, especially the stars, is they're looking for an NFL career.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, sometimes selling out is not on top of their list, but it's championship weekend, right? And you're trying to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is a great question though, because some of those kids probably aren't bothered
Yeah.
Their career in college has been good enough. Their stock is high. They don't want to go get injured in the last 2 games of their college career before they get drafted and hit the payday. So while they're still competitive, I'm not calling out college players and saying that they're not trying to win. That's not what I'm saying. But that is part of the calculus. That is absolutely part of the calculus.
Even subconsciously, you're probably thinking along those lines anyway. If you're that close to the payday, subconsciously you're sort of like, oh, I need to back off a little bit without even realizing it.
Yeah. So it's a good point as far as avoiding injuries. Last week I was up in the bucket truck putting up cameras at Lucas Stadium. Where's Lucas? I don't even know where that is. I should know, but I don't. Dude, you get in a bucket truck? No, thank you.
No, not even with a harness on. No, not because you've got to rely on an awful lot of stuff going right for you, haven't you?
Oh, home of the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, bro, you were like up in the top of that thing? No way. No, thank you.
Yeah, they need a bit of wind. I'll be barfing over the side.
Dude, here, check this out. Let's see if I can get this. We'll go back over to here so I can bring it up. That's the stadium he's talking about right there.
Oh, amazing. To be fair, there's a lot of money in American football, isn't there? Because you've got some absolutely massive stadiums and all decked out with all the kit, you know what I mean?
So were you like doing the lights in the hallway here, or were you actually up top in this rafter? Look at this. Could you imagine?
Oh, wow. No.
That's pretty cool. So, fighter pilot afraid of heights. That's a great point, and it's completely different. I get that comment all the time, and I'm not afraid, like deathly afraid, like I lock up. But when getting up to edges or looking, I'm not really interested.
I think the difference is if you're in a jet, flying a jet, you're focused flying the jet, and the height thing. It's like I used to jump out of airplanes. Not. Well,
I mean, I'm not looking over the edge of the airplane going, I'm about to fall out of the airplane, right? Exactly. I'm strapped in. I'm flying the airplane. That doesn't bother me.
Well, you'll know from your parachute training is that the hardest jump is the balloon jump. I don't know if they do it with the US forces. But before you go into an aircraft, you do have to do a balloon jump. So you're in a hot air balloon and they winch you up. And you've got to sit on the edge of the basket and look over and then drop yourself off. That's the scariest jump I've ever done. I mean, it's like cacking time. Pants are full at that point.
Yep.
Exactly. I don't like heights. I won't climb up a ladder and do my guttering.
Sergeant Major Rock says, I jump out of planes and I'm afraid of heights. There you go. Same problem. No problem in places helicopters sit there, but get dizzy at the edge of high places. Yeah. Little vertigo action. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's changed, dog. And I think that's for the good. But I think there's maybe it's leaning a little too hard to the no contact. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's easy to say when you're fat and old and you don't have some 300 pounder.
Yeah, it is.
Like the Georgia, one of the Georgia defenders is like 350.
Wow.
And he's fast. That's like a dinosaur or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a locomotive train. You're getting hit by a locomotive.
This kid is fast, probably faster than I ever was. Wow. And he's 350.
Yeah. Well, I told you the story I had at rugby. We played the Royal Signals, and they had a man mountain on their side. He was genuinely 6'8" across the chest, and I'm only 5 foot something. You know what I mean? I'm a whippet, and I grabbed the ball. It went loose. I grabbed the ball and I launched myself down the field. This thing came towards me, lumbered towards me. I thought, I'll take him. I dropped my shoulder, hit him, bounced back 6 feet on the back. Absolutely spied out like that. The rest of the team just fell about laughing. They just seen me running down the field. Bounce! Just go back. No, I wasn't paras, but I did parachute training. So just to correct that, I was never the crazy guy who jumps out of planes for a living. But I had to do parachute training for a couple of attachments I was involved in. So yeah. That's why. But I'm not an ex-para. Stoic. I'm not an ex-para. No, I have brains somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, GA. I don't want to get into that politics, but I'm with you as far as taxpayers paying for these massive stadiums. Hey, you know what? NFL, you do you. If that's the kind of money you got, that's great, but stop making taxpayers pay. And of course, the argument was always, now I'm getting into politics, but I think both sides have done the same thing, so it's not really one side or the other. But the idea, obviously, is that it brings in more revenue by being a thing that people want to come to. Again, if that's such a great idea, NFL, then why don't you just do it, But there you have it. I don't know.
Well, we have a similar thing. I mean, the whole of the O2 arena and stuff like that was all built on taxpayers' money, but it supposedly brings the economy into London and all that. But yeah.
I mean, there's an argument there, but that's the argument that happens in terms of it does bring stuff in is a different argument than who pays for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be one follows the other. There you go. NFL.
There you go. Stoic was Royal Air Force. He gets me now.
Oh, no kidding.
Cool, man. Watching idiots jump out of service. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I had to do it for the attachments I was involved in, but I didn't do it for a career.
NCAA coaching change has been something. Yeah, man. No kidding. Chuck Kelly coming down to LSU. Chuck, is that his name? No. Kelly, whatever the hell his first name is. Going to LSU. Somebody who got hired for Florida. I should know this. I can't remember who it is. God, what was his name? It's Billy Napier. Which I think, is he a former Saban guy? Yeah, I think he's a former Saban guy, I think. Chip Kelly, not Chuck. Chip Kelly, thank you. Oh, wait, isn't there two of them? Is that who's going to LSU? Ogeron's out. New LSU coach is Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly. There are two. They're brothers, aren't they? Chip and Brian? I think they're brothers. Could be wrong. Maybe they're completely different people. No relation. Same name, no relation.
Orange and Blue's just come into the channel, so he's just. Can we do a very brief clip of what we talked about when it comes to December's events, just to bring him up to speed, bless, because he's just come into the channel. If that's okay.
They're not brothers. They aren't related. Well, there you go. They're not related. No. Who is it that came in?
Orange and Blue just came in. He was he missed any discussions on the Christmas event, so I don't know if we can do a sort of 30-second. This is what it's about.
Orange and Blue. Thing. Yeah. Okay. So we think it's going to start on the 8th. It started on the 9th last year, which was a Wednesday. This week, the Wednesday of that week is on the 8th, so we believe it's starting. As far as the channel goes, we're assuming there's boxes. We're pretty sure the Yotank MV4Y, whatever it is going to be one of the box tanks. It's a premium with the new track mechanism, the double track. We are going to be giving away. We right now have $140 donated, and I will do a video next week on how we're going to do that. And then I will be giving some away from the channel, and then I am assuming Wargaming will give me some boxes to give away. They have in the past, but that doesn't mean it will happen. But however, if they do, we'll give that away, or tanks, or however they end up doing it. In theory, I should be getting the tank sometime soon to do content, and a lot of times they give me one to give away, so that hopefully happens as well. There is a Battle of the Bulge event, which will be a little icing on top, going from the 16th to the 25th or 26th, something like that. So that should cover, that's most of what's going on there, man, as far as what we know. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. No, can't think of anything.
Okay. The Yotank, it's an M, what is it? M4Y something. Let me find it here. Somebody can toss it down there if they remember what it is or have what it is. Where's the dumb thing?
Oh, we forgot. We're giving 2 pairs of slippers away as well, aren't we?
That's right. I forgot about the slippers. Yeah, we're going to give slippers away. Fantastic. I don't know. M4Y something or other. It's a Tier 8 American heavy tank with the new track mechanism. Double tracks.
Double track BS, yeah.
Yep. All right, cool, man. Well, we've been at it for 2 hours, so we're gonna call it a day. Any parting shots for the boys there, Pilgrim?
Yeah, no, I am looking forward to Christmas, and you slippers. Looking forward to Christmas, and hopefully see all of you guys over the Christmas time at some period on stream. And I will attempt to support Guido on his quest for his 100 battle tanks every time he streams. But I work when he streams.
I will be I'll be streaming tomorrow, guys. You can see me in the morning, roughly 10, 11, something. Whenever I get started, maybe as late as 12. It just kind of depends how the morning goes. I will be doing my my charity stream tomorrow afternoon from 4 to 6 on Stack Up, and then we'll try to stream what we can. Obviously during the week, videos every day, all that good stuff. That is all I've got from the left side of the Atlantic.
It's Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic.
See ya.